I do understand, and they acted. What are they supposed to do? I don't understand.
I've done that shit before. I've written stuff for someone,
but you're not
and
her. But you're not her.
I have an emotional capacity of a fucking raccoon.
That's why I can
no,
tell.
she doesn't.
That doesn't mean you cry. That doesn't mean you cry.
No, it doesn't. But obviously, you must be a sociopath.
You should know she was upset. You could tell. You could tell she was upset. Let her, and she was doing great. They were all did a good job.
No, they didn't.
Watch this movie and be like, honey, you're gonna die one day. all right, real video. Everyone, I'm the continuity crew, and he's the continuity crew, and this is the channel Will and Win.
Yeah.
No, I'm Will. He's
Fuck
Will.
everyone now.
Well, we're the continuity crew. Today we're talking about our friend for our big feature film podcast this week because there's not really much out, and apparently this movie came out in 2019.
Yep, we had no idea.
Well, I knew that, but I was like, I mean, did it come out? Is this getting re-released? I don't know. I bet it was played at award shows or whatever.
I think it was like in probably Sundance or something.
Yeah, and then they didn't do that.
Sundance, please invite us.
We'll make something.
Well, you know. Just, I know you guys got some really legit people, but like, we also want to watch movies.
I want to watch movies.
I want to watch
all day.
Movies. Yeah, I think it's like a weekend event too.
Yeah.
Like
so, but anyways, we're just gonna talk about the movie, probably review it a little bit, and just how we feel about it. Anyways, our friends, starring Dakota Johnson, Nicole Teague, Jason Segel as Dane Fausch. That's a Fausch. You got the girls Isabel Kai, Molly Teague, Violet McGraw as Eve E. Teague, and Casey Affleck as Matt Teague. And essentially, and Gwendolyn Christie's in there for like a couple minutes. She's Captain Phasma, and she was in Game of Thrones. But
wait, what?
Yeah.
The
hiking chick. Yeah. But
I love how she in like in any movie that I've seen her in, she's only showing up like 5 minutes, then she's gone.
Yeah. It's about this
cancer.
Essentially. This family, Dakota Johnson's character, Nicole, gets cancer, and it's about how their friend Dane is just by their side the entire time, essentially. Because Matt's a war journalist of sorts,
essentially, and
he's kind of out, and then she gets diagnosed, and he needs help, essentially, and Dane's there to help him through all of it, and the story just kind of plays out, and it's really, really sad, and it gets better as it goes. I felt like, because I remember going through this movie, just kind of hop into the review almost, like halfway through the movie, I'm like, I was thinking about my rating. I was like, maybe this is like a 4 or a 5, but like, we'll see how it goes. And then like it made me cry, and I was like, well, okay, it's like a 6 or 7. I really liked it. I feel like it's very real. Like these actors did a pretty good job. I didn't feel like it was definitely romanticized at some points, but I felt like it did a good job of not being. I feel like it was very wholesome and real for the most part. But what did you feel when? I have no idea what you thought about this movie.
It was man, I don't know. What did we miss in the first part? Because I feel like it's crucial. What did I miss at least?
I don't know.
I got to the part where she passed out. Someone passed out on a table.
Okay, yeah. So he was late, and so we missed part of the beginning. So the first part is like they're just talking in a bar, and like
they're talking about stand up.
Yeah, that one scene from the trailer, and they're just kind of talking and shooting the shit and how they became friends, and like.
There's nothing very important there.
Unless I missed some, I don't know how much we missed. So,
yeah.
But I feel like I put the pieces together. I mean, it was just
that's fair. But like how we felt, or how I felt about this movie was it was pretty.
I thought so.
Yeah, it was like I just watched Jason Segel. Don't get me wrong, he was funny in some places, but when he got all dramatic, he was really awkward, and it was like.
I don't know if that's his character, though.
I know. I get that. Like, I understand that his character is awkward, but I think there are shots that just hold on to him so like too long, and instead of like switching it, like alongside whoever he's with, it stays with him, and he just has this like awkward face the entire time. like he's waiting for a line, and I think that's the only part that I have criticism. Besides maybe the reverse shots, like parts were just pretty basic, like a TV show. So, it was written well in some way, you know. It was pretty natural, like he said, but overall, it was very cringy.
I didn't think it was cringy at all.
What?
I didn't think it was cringy at all.
It was
I
kinda
thought,
cringy.
okay, maybe yes, but I thought it was so, I don't know. I felt it was just personally, I could relate to a lot of the moments of just dealing with death or like people in the hospital or just Dane. He's a very sad, feels like he's ain't done shit with his life. And I'm like, well, I can relate to that sometimes. And like,
The thing, well, Dane, yeah. I was going to talk about the father. Did he write this?
who?
Matthew? Yeah, he wrote this, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was way too easy on himself writing this.
Probably.
Like, it was way too easy because I feel like the entire time he was soft, and instead of like a really harsh father, he just kind of like, you know,
He
brushed that off the
lashes out
sides. Yeah.
sometimes, but like overall, he's very like.
There's no way he's actually like that in real life. He's not that soft.
You never know.
The way his character's written, I think he's a lot stricter than that. But in this one, he's just kind of considerate, and it's like, I don't know about that, buddy. I think you wrote this about yourself more.
It was
your
released
struggle.
at TIFF, TIFF.
Yeah, Toronto International Film Festival.
Look at this guy. They got approval for the Led Zeppelin music just days before the film's release.
Nice. I don't know what song that is.
It was the one at the end that was really making me cry.
Nice.
This is one of the first movies in a while that has made me cry like it did. The last time I can remember like I cried like this was
Marley and Me.
No, it wasn't that bad. Marley and Me is the worst, but like I don't know. Whenever Loki died, that was pretty bad. You were
didn't
there.
cry about Loki at all.
Or
Iron Man.
I
or
was like,
Spider-Man.
oh god. And Spider-Man got me.
It's to me, people.
I owe
just
you
never
the
left.
MCU bucket, but like.
Oh yeah. And I owe you right there. Every time I tap that.
Yep. But like.
No, this movie, it was all right. I mean,
I thought it is all right, but also like, it's good. I feel like it's very just sad, and it made me depressed. But
it was just way too. I don't know.
What's your issue with it?
It was very you got these like pretty good actors, all right? Like they're pretty,
part of the reason I was like we should go see this.
Affleck, Casey Affleck, he's not that bad when he has like material to work with. Jason Segel, he was pretty all right, pretty awkward, and he fits the part, but I can't stop looking at him as just Jason Segel, just having a different name.
And, what's his name? Forgetting Cheryl Marshall.
Oh, I thought it was Sex Tape.
You may see his dick in that too.
I don't remember.
I forgot who was in that movie.
Yeah, with what's her face?
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz, yeah. Yeah, no, I just can't stop looking at him. It's just that. It's just
That's
Jason
fair.
Segel.
He's just kind of typecast.
Yeah,
but
and
also
some parts were just pretty basic. It was like
I thought it was very basic movie. I agree with you 100%, but I also felt like wow, this is very like it felt down to earth and just like real. I feel like, and that's why I commend the actors. Like you're saying, like Dane felt awkward and weird, like it's Jason Segel, but I feel like that's what he was supposed to be. I feel like,
but you can't stop looking at him as just Jason Segel.
No, I felt like I got past it.
I didn't. Casey Affleck too. Like I think his performance in this one was pretty flat.
I thought it was flat. I felt like everyone was flat. I felt like everyone was, but I felt like they were normal people because of it.
Their performance is just really underwhelming. Because Casey Affleck, like, his wife was dying right next to him, and instead of like kind of like bawling out and just like shaking and crying,
he had accepted it.
He just kind of like, no, it's not about acceptance. The thing is, Will, it doesn't matter if you've accepted it or not. You're still having emotional stress and trauma.
I understand
so when you're like,
where
when
he
you have,
was
like,
at.
When you're reading something like that, you're gonna shake, you're gonna bawl, you're gonna cry, and like there were parts when he was supposed to cry and he didn't cry at all. He was just sitting there. He just covered his eyes and just like, the entire time I was just like, "Come on, buddy, you got it, you got it. Just shed a tear right there." The kid, The kid had a better cry than
Because
Casey
he was
Affleck.
holding it in. He was trying to be strong for his damn kids.
He wasn't with his kids. He was right next to his wife. They weren't doing anything.
When she was dying?
Not dying, but she was like right next to him, and then there was like I don't remember what scene it was specifically, but there was one part where the shot was like to his left, and he was sitting on a chair, and he just covered his eyes where he was supposed to cry, and he's like, and that's it. Like he was like he made crying noises. He didn't cry.
I guess whatever.
It's because it's emotional, and I get it. I get the emotional attachment. Listen, I've had someone in my family die of cancer, and like. That's emotional stuff, right?
Yes.
But I'm just saying, this movie just went so soft on the writer, or the writer just went so soft on himself, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, I feel like you're being attached too much of this one character.
I feel like you're being attached too much about this movie.
No, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm saying you're.
I know.
Hey, I just watched it at the right time. It made me sad.
No, like you got to ask yourself, though, who is this movie about?
I don't care.
It's about the writer.
Sure, but no, it's about our friend. It's about Dane.
No, it's not. It's about the writer.
It's about the whole people.
Dane is just there.
No, it's about all
to be a
of them.
part
It's
of
about
the story.
It's about all of them.
Dane is just there.
It's about all of them.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. They're not all well written. Like they're not well written. Like all of them.
They're not.
They're not.
That's why it's good when.
No, it's not.
It's because it's so basic. This is the most basic movie I have ever seen. But you know what? It worked.
It's not basic. Well, yeah, it's basic,
It's
but the
so
performance
basic.
is bad. Some of the dialogue in that movie
I didn't
was
expect it to get
pretty.
this heat.
Because this movie is bad.
It's not.
I'm sorry, but
bad.
just because it's a tear-jerking cancer movie, it doesn't mean that you're supposed to like it. That's what people like do all the time. It's like, yeah, it's so sad because cancer and like all this stuff. I get it. I fucking get it. But that doesn't mean you have to like the movie because of the cancer part.
I didn't like it because of the cancer part.
You cried and you were like, yeah, this movie's a 6 or 7.
That's like a 6.
That's what I mean.
It's still good though.
No, it's not.
But
what they did was they just took the material, they gave it to the actors read it, and if they had any suggestions, the director's probably like, no, we got to keep it this way because this is how the writer wanted it. That's what happened. That's what happened.
But they did great.
No, they didn't.
What are they supposed to do is where I'm lost at. What are they supposed to do? It's based on a true story. I feel like for the most part they
didn't do what they felt that they were supposed to do. They did what they did what was said on the script, and they didn't change it up or anything like that. When I say change things up, I mean like change it to the way that they're supposed to feel in that scene. As an actor, you're supposed to change a scene by changing what you're supposed to say or feel, and you're supposed to make the emotional attachment between the script, the acting, and the performance, and overall, the whole scene. That's it.
That's what they did.
That's not what they did. They took a script, they gave them a script, and they read it, and they were like, okay, yeah, maybe, let's say Dakota Johnson was like, I don't really think that this is how she should feel. Because, like,
it's based on a true story, though. What are they supposed to do? I don't understand. Birdman isn't based on a true story, so that's a bad example. Give me another example.
It doesn't matter if it's based on a true story. This is what do you call it? Romanticized or something like that. This is romanticized. It's not technically super based on the true story.
But
Do you really think that like Dakota freaking Johnson's character was like just sitting there writing these without bawling her eyes out? No, she would have been writing that and she would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna miss this part of my family's life. I'm really sad right now. She would have been bawling her eyes out.
You don't know that, though.
Yes, I do know that because one, I've done that shit before. I've written stuff for someone,
but you're not
and
her. But you're not her.
I have an emotional capacity of a fucking raccoon. Fucking Dakota Johnson's character, she's a bawling mother who's dying of cancer, who's not going to see her kids grow up. She's supposed to be crying.
Doesn't mean maybe she's accepted it.
It doesn't matter
Yes,
if you
it does. Yes, it does.
When you're grieving, Will, when you've accepted something,
That doesn't mean
accepting
you cry.
it doesn't.
That doesn't mean you cry.
No, it
for a
doesn't. But
person-
obviously, not everyone's gonna be like, yeah, this is completely fine. Like, I'm just gonna keep writing this without crying.
She
You
was
must be a
upset. She was
sociofucking
visibly
path.
upset. You should know she was upset. You could tell. You could tell she was upset.
You could just tell. Oh wow! Instead of showing it, you could just tell.
She
It's
does
like,
show
what?
it. That's why I could
No,
tell.
she doesn't. You're just supposed to assume. That's what's going on.
It's not like she was smiling. She was taking her time. She was writing the fucking letter, and she was doing great. They were all did a good job.
No, they didn't.
Fuck.
They didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
But they did. These are normal fucking people.
So what?
It doesn't need to be romanticized. That's
But it
romantic-
is romanticized.
But it's not. But it's not.
They didn't do well. They didn't do like. Hold on, I'm kind of curious now, and how this did as a film. I know it got a 7 on IMDb or something like that.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, most of these are just tearjerkers. It just says tearjerker.
Yeah.
A feel-good movie with
It's
terrific performances.
yes, exactly.
I want to see a legit person actually like give this a good,
I think it's just you.
well criticized.
It's just
Review.
you. You want me to go Blu-ray.com? It's just they've got one.
I don't even know what Blu-ray.com is.
Dude, I don't either. It's Brian Orndorff though, so he's the man. Second life, blah blah blah. I found a job in Jordan provides them. Our friend offers a real examination of marriage with its battles and communication. There's an authentic understanding of male partnership as well, tenderly played by Seagal and Affleck. Illness isn't as delicately handled, and while the picture isn't grotesquely manipulative, it's determined to extract tears. Paying close attention to agonizing situations, including Matthew informing his children their mother will be dead soon, that extend the runtime for no decent reason. Our friend is desperate to be a tearjerker, and it does it as much as possible for 2 hours long. With what is that? Like, I'm assuming that's now Cowperthwaite's failing to manage such unspeakable sadness in a meaningful way. She aims to make the feature about growth and perspective, but it becomes sophisticating instead. And I would agree with that. It does run very long. Like, some of it is run and it's pandering. But it is a great show, show of friendship, marriage, of death. You're just getting comfortable, aren't you?
Yeah, because it doesn't say anything about the performances.
Oh, hold on. Let me go up. I skipped a lot. It does, though. It did, though. Tenderly played by Seagal and Affleck.
Tenderly played.
They're tender because they're just normal human beings, and they do a good job.
Tenderly.
You're a tender. You're a fucking chicken
What
tender.
nugget? What the fuck are you talking about?
Get out of here.
Listen, okay, I will agree in some places, like for example, like their soft conversations, like with Dakota Johnson, and then some parts with Casey Affleck going mad, like their emotional struggle between like their marriage struggle and stuff like that. They're pretty good, right? I
Yes.
think they're all right, but the thing is, the height of the performance is right there. Everything else is just really flat. Yeah, and you can't just base
supposed
off
to
a
be. It's
movie
supposed to-
on how good it is because of those two scenes.
I'm not, though. Its goal was to make you cry. It made me cry. Mission successful. I thought it was going to make me laugh, to be fair. We went into this movie not knowing anything.
No.
We had no clue.
I didn't expect much either because all I heard was like, yeah, let's go watch Our Friend. I'm like, okay,
Oh, okay.
I'll go.
With the later scenes where they do change that we don't always see them, maybe others. Seagal's performance is both the most compassionate, the rarest of people. The reason he's drawn to these people instead of finding telling him a kind piece of acting. See, this guy likes their acting. It's melancholic and it's sad. That's a good word. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, vocabulary.
Good job. I reviewed this. Mark Dushik.
Mark Dushik.
Begins our friend with a scene. Wait, here in his dying. Wait. Here. This is how the movie starts. begins with the scene between Matt and Nicole as the couple, and they have to tell their daughters the truth without any reservations, euphemisms, or the most form of falsehood. At first, we're spared the actual moment when the father tells her two children that their mother is dying, but as a director proposed with saying the blunt honesty that defines this opening scene, we know the dread. Okay, so that was the opening scene. Gotcha.
Also, I hated the parts where they put the dates on there.
I love that.
And it's like, man, you could have done that in such a more creative way, but they do it like a.
He's a writer.
But they do it like a, what do you call that? What's his name? What's that TV show with John Krasinski? Jack Ryan style. It's like.
He's a writer.
This is what I'm talking about. This is not about Dakota Johnson. It's about It's Matthew. It's about the writer. But guess what? He made it soft on himself. Cause why? Cause he wants people to like him.
Actually, it's about Jason Segal's character. But
this movie was ass.
Whatever you say.
That's it.
Okay.
Don't go watch it. Actually, go watch it.
Go watch it. So that was the most decisive episode of Continuity Crew. Some stupid movie called Our Friend.
We don't even care about it that much.
We don't. But it brought that out.
It's so funny though. It's so out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We
did not plan to get upset or anything. I just knew Wynn did not like this movie though, and I was just ready for it. And hey,
cancer movie again.
You make a fair argument.
Oh man.
But
and we're back.
No. It's okay. It's fine. I just felt like it was simple, it was basic, and those were a good thing.
Did this win any awards?
I don't know.
Probably not. It's still bad. It's still bad.
You know what? When I need you to take your negativity out of this podcast. I hate you.
Okay, hold on.
I don't.
I want to say this though.
I genuinely don't.
I just want to say this though. Critically, was pretty bad, but enjoyment, yeah, why not? You could watch this over and over. Actually, that's the thing about this movie. It frustrates me because, like, yeah, critically it was pretty bad, but I can still watch this over and over if I wanted to.
I don't think I want anything. Yeah, I just think it's a sweet movie. If you're trying to make your girlfriend cry on Valentine's Day coming up, watch this movie and be like, honey, you're going to die one day. Relationship advice from Will.
Honestly, though, like, I do appreciate the fact that they did show something that not a lot of movies related to cancer does, which is like the in-between part where it's there's a psychotic
Again,
disassociation in there.
It's real for the most part. Like, I don't feel like they romanticize it where she just like is sick in the bed and just, I love you, babies. I love you. Bye-bye, dead. Like, and like the moment she's literally passing, like I feel like that's really good.
I said I appreciate it. I still have a problem with the writer, and the performances. That's it. That's all. Fine. That's all of it.
That's fine.
Because like the thing is, like, Matthew, you could have really gone harder on yourself here.
No,
like, but he wants people to like him.
Sure, but
and like that's why Jason Segal's there, so that he's like the light-hearted comic.
The same guy wrote The Way Back. I can kind of see that, to be honest. The Ben Affleck movie.
Oh man.
Anyways,
is Fault in Their Stars based on a true story? I just realized that.
I haven't seen it. That's romanticized.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
No, wait, maybe no. It's based off a book.
Okay.
Actually, I can't say that. When cut that off. Or canceled. Anyways, that's final rating. I give it a 6.
I give it a 5.
See, that's not that much of a difference.
Yeah, but 6 is above average, so I give it a 5.
It was above average. It's better than most cancer movies. That's their title. That's their title.
Better than most
cancer movies. That's the title.
Do you think we get canceled for that?
No, it's better than most cancer movies. That's the statement that I firmly believe in.
It is somewhat better than most cancer movies.
Better than
in terms of like, you know, manipulating you, because like other ones just manipulate you. This one just kind of like it tells a story, and that's, you know,
exactly, and that's why I like it. Okay, anyways,
I don't like it just because of performance.
Anyways,
right, but whatever. Yeah.
Anyways, we've been the Continuity Crew. I'm Will. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for putting up with us yelling at each other. All these, check out our socials down below. These podcasts are going to be on iTunes and Spotify now. Just look up Continuity Crew, then they should be there. But anyways, thank y'all for watching. We are the Continuity Crew. We love movies. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Cancer movie.